Hello, 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 hello. Hello. Hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome to another stream of Plane Shift. Hey. Oops, my head is stuck. Okay, we're gonna fix that. We're gonna fix that just a second. Okay, should be good now. Hello. Yes, now I can move. Ah, much better. There is a picture of the day. I remember this picture of the day because this one was the first particle effect, which actually in this picture doesn't show very well because actually it's a kind of a rotating sphere made of electricity all around you, but obviously taking a screenshot is kind of destroying it. But you see here a bit of the electricity beams, right? This was the first particle effect that we added in Unreal Engine. Yeah. When I started to rebuild all the spell effects. If you remember, we did like 90 plus, right? 90 plus spell effects in Unreal. Many starting from scratch, others, you know, reusing existing stuff, but there's been a fairly big work. Okay. So that's a kind of an important screenshot. So there are a few things I want to do. And I was thinking, you know, we are now close to the update release. So I think I'm going to release Saturday morning or something like that. I don't know, depending on how much time I have. But there is one item that is there since some time, and I don't remember if it's there because there was some compatibility issue with the client or what, but it's basically this one, right? Save and load item interactable to the DB table. So does it still fit? Yeah. So I think this one we can do. Just to explain a bit what I mean by that. So we have hello Hula. What a portal for the tribes. I mean, you're thinking to the Warcraft 3 Orc Invasion. Warcraft 3 Orc Invasion portal. What is it? This one? This one is a famous one, huh? But there are also some in the cinematic. Maybe they were in subsequent Warcraft. This one, I remember another one which is actually bigger and green. Probably this one. You're thinking to this portal? Maybe. Maybe. You never played World of Warcraft? It's a pretty good game. Unfortunately, I have to say that it's a pretty good game. I have to say that. I did some manipulation on the Rivnak. New texture. Do you like it more like this? So without the white thingy here, or not? So I made it a bit more organic, right? A bit more like if it's a real fur or a real pattern. The original one was the original one is this. I mean original meaning from yesterday, but right? There is the one with the that is the one, you know, you see the difference is this and a bit this. So that is like updated, and that is how it was. Do you like more one or the other? Which one do you like the most, or is the same? Between this and that. Between this and that. This, that, this, that, this, that. Which one you prefer? Is the same or you have a preference? Okay, you have no opinion. Fine. You have no opinion. I mean, it happens. It happens to have no opinion. I mean, I don't blame you. Okay, so what I want to do, I want to have the save and load of item interactable. So basically, in our system, right, that is the GM, we have a GM window. The GM window allows game masters to actually change the properties of an object. And this window has a lot of different capabilities, as you can see. The second is better, it doesn't look like a 7. The second is better, it doesn't look like a 7. How does this look like a 7 to you? I have no idea, but... What? A 7? How do you write 7? Ah, you mean rotated like this? Okay, I see. Like that? Bah. Okay. So you prefer this one without the 7. Okay, I think I also prefer it a bit more, so I will probably change it like that. But there is still I think Raon is doing some changes to it, so I will just work on the final version. But anyway, so we have these 3 fields, right? Script can toggle, script on toggle, and items to activate, which are actually fields that at the moment are in blue because they are not permanent, right? So they are not saved to the database. And this is a problem because, for example, for our magic portal, the magic portal that brings to the dungeon, there is a setting that is actually this one, the script on toggle, that needs to be set so that you are brought to the right dungeon, right? And it's not working if the server restarts, and that's very annoying. Now, the good news, the MGM cannot summon many monsters with this board. Now, to summon monster, we have another command. But there is a command, yes. You can do /NPC, and you can clone an existing NPC or create a new one. Yes, they can. They can do it already today. So we have a table. we have a table which is this one called item interactable. Let me change the music. Item interactable. Bum, bum. Item interactable. This one keeps. Can we open it this way though? Because it's the second database. Thank you. At the moment it's empty, right? But the idea is that it's keeping is keeping those values, right? So it's keeping item instances, ID, script can toggle, script on toggle, and item to activate, which is exactly this, right? Now, I think I created the table, but then I didn't really use it for whatever reason. I don't know, because maybe we were in the middle of a release. I changed my mind. I don't know. But I would like to make this thing functional, right? So that is actually loaded, saved and loaded together with the server. So when the server goes up, it reads the table, it's reading the items, and is populating them properly, right? I have no idea. I have absolutely no idea. Bro, if I select it, maybe I want to click on it, no? Okay. I have no idea if this is already done or not. And as you can see, there are 0 references in our code, right? So it is completely ignored at the moment. Do you want an auto restart of the portal? Yes. I want the portal, at least the portal, to be able to auto restart, and then we need to load the dungeon, but save and load the dungeon, but that's another problem, way bigger, so that one I cannot solve now, but we can solve in the future. So basically the point is that when we are loading our item instances, so package with vulnerability detected. Holy shit. Dependency Microsoft extension caching memory 601 is vulnerable. Okay, can I change it or what? No, we don't want to do that. Microsoft vulnerability. Okay, can we update it or what? Update 2 plugins. JetBrains AI assistance and space. Well, this is not really doing what we want to do, but this AI assistant, I don't know if we actually use it. And there was some stuff to update. I just updated it so that hopefully it's not breaking other stuff. I didn't understand if the vulnerabilities were inside the plugin or they were on top of it. So maybe my update didn't really do anything. But now it's not complaining anymore, so maybe. Okay, the point is, if we can move on, right? The point is that when we are loading, so there is a phase that is called repopulate items, right? Repopulate items, right? If I can click on the right key. Repopulate items, yes. Repopulate items, yes. It's still saying packages with vulnerabilities detected, but how can I? I need to install a new thingy. But I cannot do it now, I guess. Because it will ask me to restart 100%. Okay, anyway. I cannot do it now. I don't want to do it now. But I will look at it maybe after the stream. Para. A new music? No, it was the same. I mean, we have like 4,000 songs, Zula. Do you mean you know them all? We have 3,549 songs. But probably we listen to at least like maybe 60%, 65% of them. That's possible. Also, some songs stick to your brain more than others. So I don't know if the actual load is inside of this or not. I think the actual load is inside of this. How do we know if it's an interactable though? I think we don't know until I'm thinking, that maybe we can do something different. Because, okay, we can do it here, right? So we can do it inside load word item. I think it is the same every time. No, it's not. For example, this one is God of War. You can read at the bottom, my friend. Read at the bottom. You will have all your answers. So we have two ways of doing it. Or when I'm inside load word item, I'm just doing an additional query that is basically bringing in also Also item interactable, or because this will slow down, right? This will slow down. This will slow down the initial loading, huh? Unfortunately, I don't know if it's an interactable. You know what we can do, which I think is a smart idea, is to load all the interactables, because the interactables will not be hundreds, right? I mean, not the ones that have these 3 values set. I think it's very unlikely, right? That they have, so there will be very few, very few. Maybe maximum 100 in the future, but at the moment it's like 2 or 3, right? So I think it doesn't make sense that I'm doing a query on each object to see if it's actually interactable. I think it's easier if I just load them all in a temporary array, right? And then I set and then I search it by ID. Yeah, I think that's the best. I think that's the best. Do we want to have an interactable properties, or do we want to have well, in theory interactable properties already there, because if I search script on toggle, right? Script on toggle, yeah, exactly. So if I search script on toggle, did is already script on toggle, script on toggle, script can toggle, and linked actors. Actually, these are all standard variables of interactable, yeah, of interactable. I think yeah, I think I can do a preload. I think we can do a preload now. Why not? So I think I can do a struct temp. No, we can call it something like preload interactable, right? Preload interactable. And we can say that this is a temporary structure, right? We can say this is a temporary structure created to keep the 3 major properties of interactables. Or we can say this is a temporary structure created to keep the interactables properties used during loading of word items. World items. Pa pa para pa para pam. The fake bolero, This one is the fake bolero. Let's see. So at the end we need we need 3 strings, right? We need a script on toggle, script can toggle, and the other thing. We need a script can toggle. We need script on toggle, and we need linked actors. Now, linked actors originally is a string, but then it becomes, right? So this one I don't know exactly how we can load it, because linked actors that is a bit of a mess. Linked actor is a bit of a mess. Because linked actor basically is a pointer to other interactable objects, and we don't know if those have been loaded already or not, right? So we don't really load them in a sequence, right? So how does he know? If one is depending on the other, GG. GG. There is a problem, huh? There is a problem because, okay, we can order by, but we cannot even order by. I mean, we can do it as a final pass then. Yeah, we should do it as a final pass. Yeah. So after we loaded all the items in the world, we set the interactable properties. Yep. I think that's the only way. Okay, we can do that. We can do it. So we cannot do it in the load word items, right? We have to do it after that. We have to do it after that. So there should be. Now the problem is I will have to find again the items by ID. Oh my god. Hey, yes, I have to find again the items by ID. I have to find again the item. By ID. Now I'm thinking if I can do it in a smarter way, right? So I understand I have to do one loop to load all the items. Then I have to do one loop to load all the interactable properties, which is based on the previous run. Okay, and I understand that. But what I'm thinking is, can we store by ID those items so I find them easier or no? Because today if I have to find an item by ID, what do I do? Ah, by the way. Ay. Wait a second. The item can be in your inventory as well, huh? The item can be in your inventory. So ay. The item can be in your inventory. Yes, absolutely can be. Absolutely can be. So if he's in your inventory, then the problem is different. Oi, 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 oi. Ui, 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 ui. Ai, 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 ai. Because these properties exist inside interactable actor. Ai, 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 ai. Ai, 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 ai. Let me think about it, Hmm. Ai, 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 ai. Ai, 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 ai. PS Interactable Actor. PS Interactable Actor. There is something that I did not consider here. There is something that I did not consider. Because for the trap properties, yeah, we search first on the item actor to see if he has trap properties. There is a bit of a shit actually. So the problem is that PS item exists also in your inventory, while PS item actor exists only on the ground. So when we are loading objects, being in your inventory on the ground, we do this distinction. Plus, certain item can be interactable. And while the trap properties are kept also in PS item, as you can see, like the trap properties are kept also in PS item, the toggle scripts are not kept also in PS item. So basically when you pick up the portal and you put it in your inventory, right, it will disappear. I mean, the property will disappear. The toggle script property will disappear. Because when you pick up this item, this actor from the world will be destroyed, and only the PS item will exist in your inventory. So, or we duplicate, right? Or we duplicate the toggle scripts also in PS item, and then every time you drop it, we move it to PS interactable actor, or yeah. This is kind of an annoying problem. I mean, we could keep them double, but because these are two scenarios. You can also have an interactable actor that is not a PS item. These are like the levers on the map. The levers on the map are not PS items, but they are interactable actors. So they have a toggle script, and that is not inside a PS item. So I really need so there are really two cases, right? There are really two cases. The problem is that a toggle script I mean, the problem is that, for example, the campfire, right? The campfire is an interactable object, right? The campfire is an interactable object, but it's not that you are going to turn on the campfire in your inventory, right? So the toggle script actually, while the campfire is in your inventory, is completely useless, right? It's not meaningful. So it becomes meaningful when it's dropped. But at the same time, I don't think I want to have, I don't think I want to have I don't think I want to have but I can keep it in Cache Manager. Then that structure becomes a permanent structure. That is a good idea. That is a good idea. Well, it's a bit of a weird idea in the sense that if the object then get destroyed. Now, because what I'm thinking to use this structure that I was just creating permanently, right? So that whenever we search for a trapped object, for a toggle thingy, we go to this structure. But then if the item gets destroyed, right, and a new one gets created, so let's say that I destroy a portal and I create a new one. So every time I destroy an object, I have to check if it's interactable and remove it from this list. And then what happens if the item is a stack of 2 or 3 items, and then I split the stack, right? Then I split the stack, and oh my god, that's a mess. That's a mess. So So is it easier to keep it global? I think keeping it global was kind of a cheesy idea, but from the point of view of object-oriented stuff, doesn't make any sense, right? So basically, we will have some properties that are floating around. Or we decide, you know, that we don't care when you pick up the item, the properties are gone. I mean, it's very annoying, right? It's obviously very annoying. But at least the one that will be on the ground, they will continue to work across save and right, save and load and server restart, right? And that I think is the easiest compromise. So basically, I load the word items. After I load the interactable properties for all the items that are on the ground, right? For all the items that are on the ground, I assign these properties. For all the ones that are in your inventory, unfortunately, I cannot, right? But I do not even understand what happens then when I so if I try to set, let me do a test, because now this is confusing me a lot. You cannot save it, right? You cannot save it. That is very strange. So probably, yeah, he's doing a check, like if interactable, then yeah, I think this is what it's doing. So like request GM edit item, right? If it's an item on the ground, if it's an item in the inventory. Okay, but this will never work. Yeah. Yeah, so I do this. Basically I do a check and I say, hey, if it's an interactable, then set that. If not, don't set it. Yeah. So you can set it only if the item is on the ground. It works only for items on the ground. Can be okay, guys. Hello, Fanner. Good evening. Contained item IDs to activate. Items to activate. Huh? No, no. Items to activate is a list of items base star ID space separated. If the player puts the item in the container, it will activate. If the player puts the items in the container, it will activate. I think here I did a bit of a mess. Because we have two things. We have contained item IDs to activate, and then we have the linked items. Exactly. Contained item ID to activate. I think I did a bit of a mess here. These are two different tables, huh? No, I didn't. Actually, the name is the same. The name is the same, so I think I copied it wrong then. I think I copied wrong. So this is not linked actors, but this is contain items ID to activate. And this is actually a TRA of int. I mean, we can do it this way. It's not the best maybe, but is I think it's a good compromise. So basically what we are saying that it will work only for the items on the ground. If you pick it up, that information is destroyed, right? I can put a disclaimer or something, right? I can put a disclaimer that this part works only for items on the ground. Because everything else works also in your inventory. Yeah, only these three. I think it's a good compromise. I don't see how I can do the other one, right? So the full one. So also in your inventory, because if you want to have it also in our inventory, it means that I have to actually add those properties to PS item. And basically every time the item is picked up or dropped, or we move these three variables directly on PS item. So let's say that I move these three things on PS item, right? I move it. So this means that toggle script goes inside PS item. But this means that for example in the dungeon creation, in the dungeon creation, I need to create, like when I create the pedestal, right? I create the pedestal. I create the pedestal. I create the pedestal. You see, I use directly these variables. And this thing is what? It is a PS interactable actor that in reality is not a PS item, right? This thing is not a PS item. No, actually it is. Actually it is. Actually it is. The arm is feeling okay. It's a bit stable at the moment. I mean, I see it improving, but a bit less than it was improving in the last in the first week, right? I think the first week it really improved a lot quick, and now it's kind of stable. I mean, it's improving still. I feel it's improving, but I think not at the same speed, right? I think it requires still a bit more to actually get good. I think what I need to think is, what are the cases where I would like to pick up the item and drop it again and keep those stats, right? What are the chances that so for example, let's say that we create a chest, right? We create a magical chest that when you toggle it and when you open it, right, is doing something magical, like is healing you, right? Yeah, let's say a chest that every time you open it is healing you. So if we have a chest like that, I will have to set the script, and that chest can be opened, right, only if, for example, your intelligence is greater than 100, right? So this means that I will have a script can toggle, which is intelligence greater than 100. I will have a script on toggle, which is the healing. And actually the item to activate potentially is empty. Right? Now that item is on the ground, and a player, for example in a guild, picks it up because he wants to move it. And basically in the moment it does that, the property of the items are destroyed. And that is very, 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 very annoying. I will come to you as a spirit and kiss your boo-boo. Okay, assume you did it. I already feel a bit better, actually. I already feel slightly better. He wants to move it, move it. He wants to move it, move it. He wants to move it, move it. You know what is the problem? I can move those properties in PS item. My only problem is that I fear I'm gonna break the dungeons. I fear I'm gonna break the dungeons. I'm a bit scared of that. I don't think that these ones are used in many places at the moment. I'm trying to assess the potential issues, right? What I'm trying to do, I'm trying to understand if I'm putting myself in trouble or not, right? It is what I'm trying to understand. If I'm putting myself in trouble or not. I'm trying to understand if I'm putting myself into a tunnel that I will never get out of. Because, you know, we have because we have levers, right? We have gates, and we have levers, right? And who is telling me that these objects at the moment do not have a script can toggle or a script on toggle or a linked actor, right? I mean, they do. For example, this one is a linked actor, right? This one is a linked actor. So if I remove it, right? If I remove it from interactable, I mean, the moment I remove it from interactable, I remove it from all these objects in all the levels, right? Wherever they are, I'm just removing them, right? And for example, this guy, right? Which is a moving shelf. I cannot see shit. It's completely dark here. Okay. For example, this one, right, which is a movable shelf. It doesn't have script can toggle and script on toggle. It does not. It does not. But I fear that some of these objects actually do have it. That is my fear. That some of these objects may, because I'm thinking to all the world, right, all the places where we have stuff, but I mean it's infinite, right? I mean it's not infinite, but there is a lot, you know. We have like levers, we have mechanisms, we have so is kind of a mess. So how do I know that in the whole game I didn't use, you know, like in this mechanism, for example, right? How do I know that these mechanisms are not actually there it is. There it is. This is a good example. I found it. I found it. Exactly. Maybe it's only one case, right? But there may be more. There may be more. We have doors that open only in a certain cases. We have, you know, mechanisms that are activated based on quest. We have. So if I change it now and I just move it to PS item, I think that will be a major problem. As long as you don't break another arm, oh my god, no. I mean, without the other arm, I would be completely dead. I couldn't do anything, right? So, well, I could try to type with my feet, but that I think is not very easy. No, but it is a good reasoning, eh? There is a good reasoning because there is a long-term problem, right? There is a long-term problem. Because again, if I want to make, even if I have to say that I have a backup strategy. The backup strategy is another field that is actually in PS item, right? Because if you look at this window, right? True, there is a script can toggle, but there is also a script can use, right? And this script can use is on PS item. So if I want to make a chest that when you use it, checks if you have 100 intelligence, we could do it with that. But then if I want to make a chest that actually opens up, right, and so is an interactable, and when he opens up he heals you, then unfortunately I have it only here. Because the interactable is supposed to be visual. Right? It's supposed to be visual. But I have to say I cannot move this, because if I move this now, I have to go through all the levels and search if someone is doing something like this, right? This one is doing script on toggle, quest 1436, right? So there is a specific script that allows you to move this thing if the quest is activated, right? So I cannot move it. I cannot move it. But it's super annoying to think that if you pick up that item, it will lose its properties, right? Super annoying. Super annoying. It's beyond annoying. So I pick up the portal, I put it in my inventory, and it lost in that moment the script on toggle and script can toggle, right? He lost it because it's not on that object anymore, because it's on the physical object on the ground. So if I drop it again, I will have to set those variables again. Super annoying. Unless I do what I was saying before, that we keep like outside of the object in a kind of a pre-cache, in a kind of a preloaded cache structure, right? These properties only for the object that are interactable, and whenever you pick it up or drop it, we set it again, right? We set it again. It's like a cache of their properties. And if you destroy the item, he will have to go away from that global list, right? I mean, I can do it this way, but I think it's a bit hacky. It's a bit of a hack. It's a bit of a hack, right? It's a bit of a hack. I cannot decide. I cannot decide if I want it one way or the other way. So basically what we are saying is that this structure, right, this structure becomes a permanent structure that I preload. So let me understand a second what this means, right? This means that I do... Let me understand 1 second what this means. This means that at server startup, right? At server startup, I do preload. No, it's called what is called repopulate items, right? In repopulate items, we'll do nothing on that. But then there will be something that is done after, which is preload. No, we can call it repopulate. We can call it repopulate item interactable, or item. I mean, in theory, should be interactable properties, right? Repopulate interactable properties. And it's a bit of a long name, but repopulate interactable properties. So inside of this, right? Inside of this, we select from item interactable, whatever it was the name. So we select from actor interable in the database. We load all this data in the struct, right? So we put in in a struct, which is in Cache Manager, right? So we put it in Cache Manager struct. Let me do CM because typing Cache Manager is too long. So we put it in Cache Manager structure, and we also set it on all the existing item, right? So we set it on the items. Now the problem is that the item can be picked up, right? It can be dropped again, and potentially can be destroyed. Now in theory it can also be stacked with similar items, right? And it can be put in a container, but I think it put in a container is not a problem because it will work exactly the same way, right? So I think in container is not a problem. I think the problem is the stack, and yeah, if you stack it is GG, because the item instance ID will be the same. Well, let's say if you stack it, it probably works. The problem is if you split it and then you stack it again with someone else, with something else that has different properties, right? So if you stack and if you split the stack, yeah. So can I manage all these cases? Well, in theory, the picked up, right? Assuming that again we don't stack, if we pick it up, and this structure is actually permanent, right? This structure is permanent. When you pick it up, we don't do anything. So we basically do nothing. Because we assume that you cannot trigger it while in inventory, right? Which I think is anyway a reasonable assumption. I think is a reasonable assumption. When you drop it, right? When you drop it, we will have to read the struct, right? And assign the properties, right? We will have to read the struct and assign the property. When you destroy it, we can or remove the entry from the global struct, or just do nothing, because anyway IDs are unique, right? Are unique until the integer value help us, because one day we will hit the limit of integer value, but the day we hit the limit of integer value, I really don't know what we're gonna do. But yeah, that day will be a problem. How far we are from it, I don't know. At the moment I think the ID is, let me see what is the max ID in item instances. What is the max ID in item instances? And now we discover that we are at the last item already, or we have 2 days left. Select max ID from item instances. Select max ID from item instances. Go. We are at this number. which is 180 millions. So during the history of our game, 180 million items have been created. 180 millions. And this thing is stored in what? Is stored in an int, generic int, generic database int. Generic int. Generic int MySQL int max value is 2 billions. Is 2 billions. I mean, we are not, I mean, we are far, right? But it's about 10 times what we did now, right? We are at 180 million, so like 200 millions, right? So we do 10 times what we did and we reach the limit. No. And then GG. And then we cannot generate any more items. No. Then we have to do what? We have to rescale. We have to rescale all the IDs. I don't know. What do we do then? I don't know. We are fucked at that point. We have to change it to a big int. Yeah, we will change it to a big int, and then we have an infinite number, probably. Okay. What I was saying? Ah, yes. When the item is destroyed. When the item is destroyed, we can do nothing or actually remove it from the struct. Considering our items are unique, I think we can just do nothing, right? Because it will clean itself at the next server restart, right? So I don't think I care. I think we just do nothing. Now, this is really a problem, right? Stack and split stack is really a problem, because if you have an item with a property and you have another item with another property and you stack them, you are basically destroying that property, right? So this is a mess, right? So this is chaos. This is basically chaos, because we don't know the result. So this is an unpredictable result, right? Unknown result. But at that point, you know, there is a human doing it, right? So he's a game master that is like picking up 4 portals, stacking them. I think the point should be that stackable items, I mean, interactable items should not be stackable. No. Don't like it. I don't like it, my friends. Oh, sorry, I'm speaking with... So I think we can do this. So the point is, the point here is that interactable should not be stackable. And we can enforce that. We can enforce that because we decide what is stackable and what is not stackable. So for example, the magic portal, right? If I take the magic portal, if I take the magic portal, where name like whatever. No. Like magic. Well, magic maybe. No, magic is not a good idea. Portal. Yeah, magic portal, right? Is unstackable already, you see? You see that we are looking forward to the future. We are looking to the future already. So we already made it unstackable. Fantastic. Great idea. Great idea. And we should do the same with all the interactable. Okay, so if this is true, in reality, our problem is not that complex, right? Because we have to do something only when it's dropped and only when the item becomes an interactable. So it's very, 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 very few cases. I mean, it's only one piece of code, right? One piece, I hope, is one piece of code. I don't know, but usually the drop should be one place, right? But if I cannot take them in my inventory, no, you can, but each one is occupying one slot, right? So in your inventory, they will be separate slots. So you can still pick up 10 portals, but they use 10 slots because each one has its own, right, set of properties. Okay, I think we can do this. I think we can do this, boys. So I think we can do this. I think it's a decent compromise, and I think it may work for other stuff, right? And I think that at the end, I think I like it. I think at the end, I like it. So this is not anymore a preload interactable, right? But it is really a interactable properties cache, right? This is what it is. So it's not a temporary, well, it remains a temporary structure, but right? Yes. 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 I think I like it. I think I like it. I think I like it. Okay, let's do this. So there is a permanent structure, right? That we have to keep in that we have to keep in Cache Manager. And is Cache Manager the only one that should access this structure? Well, In theory, cache manager, I mean, in theory also the player inventory, right? Because when we drop something, you should be able to but anyway, for now, let's put it here and see. Interactable property cache, we call it interactable properties, right? Interactable properties. I mean, it is a cache because it's inside our object, right? And as a default, it's just our interactable property cache empty, right? So it is an empty thing, right? And so now what we needed when cache manager is starting, so we have a bunch of preload, right? Wait a second. In reality is not cache manager, but is spawn manager, which is doing the job, right? But spawn manager can rely on cache manager. I think it's fine. I think it's fine. Yeah, I think it's fine. We can leave it here. We can leave it here. And because the code that I have to change now is I don't have to create a preload in cache manager, but I have to create no, wait a second. I'm doing something stupid here. So the interactable cache is a T map of that, right? Is a T map of this, right? Where the ID is the item instance ID, please. Where the wait a second. Wait, because I just have to tell something to this guy. Okay. So I'm saying this should be a T map, right? So keeps a reference of all currently loaded. I did a mistake. Well, there is a missing case, right? Because it's also when you create the item, right? So when you create the item, we have to add the properties to when you load the item, right? Not when you create. Well, when you load the item, right? When you load the item, you have to add the properties to the structure. Now here we have two different cases. We have the case where we load it and the case when we actually create it in the world, which is similar to drop, but it's not exactly drop because I think it's a separate piece of code, which is actually creating the item on the ground from right. And we will have to add it only if it's not already there. We will have to add it only if it's not already there, yes. Yes, correct. Yeah, so it's a bit more complex because we start to have 3 cases where we actually have to do stuff. But I think this will be a T-map of item instance and then interactable property, right? Yeah. Right. Right. Sometimes I never fully understand if I have to initialize stuff like this or not. But it doesn't like me. So where the ID the key, let's say the key is item instances ID, right? Okay. Okay. Okay, so we have this thing on Cache Manager. So now we said that when we repopulate the interactable property, when we so we have to create a new thing, and this time we do it on Spawn Manager, I guess. Right? And we can put it here. So this will be a void repopulate interactable properties. And it doesn't need actually anything because there is a global function, right? So it is run once, right? Run once after items are loaded. Checks the well, more than checks, we say loads interactable properties from item interactable table. What is the name of the table? Yeah, it's item interactable, right? Item interactable table, right? And populates the cache, right? And populates the cache in Cache Manager. Okay, so this is what it's doing. That is what this thing is doing, right? So this should basically do I mean, not exactly, but just to try to type a bit less. Right? Bada bada bam, bada bam, bada bam, bada bam, bam, bam. Bada 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 bam. Okay, so what do we do here? We don't need a spawn, but we need okay, repopulating interactable properties. PS item items, load item. No, that is all stuff that we don't need. No, this is all bullshit. We just need to do a query, right? We just need to do a query like this, and then we need just an int which will be something like props found or something like that. Props found, which starts at 0, and this props found then is the one that we print out there. And here we have to do select star from please, I don't want to type all this thing. I don't want to type, I want to copy. Okay. Select star from PS item interactable, right? Without any where closed, because we are loading them all, even if they are not currently loaded. So there could be one that maybe is inside a guild house, right? And the guild house is not loaded. So when the guild house will load in, we will set these properties on the item, right? Just a second. Just a second. Okay. So select start from interactable, right? And we don't need anything else. Exactly. So query whatever, interactable. Interactable, okay. Then this query interactable goes here. Then we have an item result. Then we have an item result set, which is fine. We go through the item result set, and we extract, right? We extract three things, right? We extract the ID, which actually is called item instance ID. So we extract the item instance ID, and if we can get it as an int, I think is better, no? Why we don't do get int? Yeah, exactly. That's a bit weird, huh? Then we get then the other one is a string, yeah. This one is a string, so this one we can get as a string. So we get this, right? We get this. I'm doing all I can to type as little as possible, just because typing is super slow. This is what? I can use exactly the same name, so I'm not going crazy. And yup. And then we have the third one. No, we have also a fourth one. So we have this and this. And then we have no, mistakes were made. And then we have this, which is this. And now this one, we can probably parse directly into, but okay, we can do it. Items ID to activate, right? Don't remember if I have these item IDs to activate. No, I think is like contained item to activate. I think that's the name of the thing. And the fact do I read that? Yeah. Okay. I mean, here we do it when we do what? When in the set. Yeah, we do it there, but we have to do it here as well. Okay, so okay. So now. Hey, there is a bit of the annoyance, right? Because here we have to search an item in the world which is actually corresponding to this instance ID, right? And it's kind of annoying because we have to scan the whole world, right, for that particular item. So that is why what I was saying that maybe can we cache them? Can we cache them somehow, right? I think I will add a to do here. Right. I think it would be nice, because otherwise what I have to do now, I have to do a find entity or a find item. I think we have few functions that do that. I think it's called find entity actually, because all the find items, yeah, I think it's a find. Or is find entity by ID? But I think we had a find item, no? No, we have a find item entity or something like this. Find item entity or find actor. Find item entity, no? It is commented out. Find object. Find object. Find object. Yeah, PS item actor. Yeah. Good. This one. This shit. Where found is what? Found is an actor. Yeah. Yeah, we need to use this. Now, this is not very fast, right? Because this is basically scanning the whole world for an item ID. And we may have like 10,000 of items spawned in the world, and we're going to search by ID a number of times, right? Maybe 100 times or so. So I think that this search may be kind of slow. This is why I think we should cache it. But the good point is that we do this only once when the server starts, right? So, I mean, it's bad on one side, but I think it's okay on the other side, right? Yeah. Okay. So let's say that we do this, right? Let's say that we do this. And we check, obviously, if this is valid, right? But, so if it's not found, we just ignore it, I guess, or not. Well, this basically means that we may have an item in the database which is flagged as interactable, that has been destroyed and for whatever reason has not been deleted from the database, right? So I think if it's not found, is anyway kind of suspicious, or is not loaded yet, or yeah. So I don't know, if it's not found, I think it's a bit suspicious. It's a potential error, but it may also not be if it's not loaded yet. But if it's found, we need to understand if this is an interactable, right? Because if it's not an interactable, can I check if it's interactable? Or I have to cast to... No, I have to cast to. I have to cast to APS interactable something. Yeah. Interactable actor. Interactable actor. So we do a cast of this thing. Found, right? So if okay, so if we are here, then everything is good, right? If we are here, means everything is good. So we found the item in the world, is actually interactable, right? Is actually interactable, and we can set it. So we will take this interactable and we will set and we will set this stuff, right? We will set interactable script can toggle, and we will set interactable script on toggle. Yup. And that's it, right? And that's it. So in this case, I think that we can increment by 1 found properties, and we can say set %d properties, right? Prop set. So we will have two variables. So the one that we found and the one that we set, right? Which is kind of different. Well, found. Do we want to do found here? I think I want to do found here actually. So found means found in the database, right? Or we can even have 3 values, right? The one that we found in the database, the one that we actually find in the world, and the one that we actually set as, okay, we can do that. I mean, it's a bit, but it's fine. So we can have a found DB, we can have a found world, and we can have a set, right? So it is a bit of a debug information pretty much, right? For me to understand if things are going right or we are, you know, generating, or we have like bad data in the database, right? Yeah. Okay, good. I think that is a good thing. So found item, so interactive, let's do this. Let's do this. Interactable properties, and then we say found found in DB and then found in world, and then set, right? So this becomes found DB, found world, and set. Okay, nice. Okay, nice. So we can already do a test in theory, right? Just for loading, right? Just for loading and to see if this loading is actually working. Now we are just in the first step of many, because actually we are basically doing this, right? We're basically doing this, but we will have also to do it here. And I have to think a second. Yeah, that's a bit of a problem, but okay. Yeah, that's a problem, but anyway, we will think about it in a second. So this is this, right? And then what we do, so if we find it, you know, we also have to put it in the temporary structure or not, because at the moment it is not loaded in the temporary structure, right? Do we load it in the temporary structure only if let me think about it a second. Because one can be in your inventory. Yeah. So if it's in your inventory, I think the found, we load them anyway in Cache Manager, right? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, exactly. Load anyway in Cache Manager, as we may use those later on, right? Example player drops item, right, from inventory. Exactly. So what do we do here? We create a new interactable cache. We create a new interactable cache property and we pass it to Cache Manager, or do we create a new function in Cache Manager which interacts with this? Yeah, probably is better. Probably is better. So in that sense, it must be public. Is this all public? No, this was this protected. So public starts here. So we will have something like add to interactable property cache. And what does it take? It takes what does it take? It takes the 3 values, I would say. It takes the 3 values. Well, it takes the instance ID. It takes the instance ID. It takes the the can toggle, the on toggle, and the good. I will merge it with mine. Oh, there's a mistake here. Okay. So the can toggle, the on toggle, and then we can have the TRA of int, right? Which is the contain activate ID. Let's call it activate IDs. Okay, right? So this function is not adding to the database, right? This function is, because we need to have multiple ones, right? So this one is just adding in memory, and then we need one that is adding to the database. Or maybe we can do a search. If it's not there yet, we add to the database. Yeah, that would be nice. So we call always the same function, right? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think so. But wait, there is a problem though. That I also have an ID. Add to cache structure ndb if not there yet. Well, I think it should anyway override, because maybe we change the property. True. Yeah, it is becoming a bit more complex than what I thought, but it's okay. I mean, we need this, so we need this. It's fine. It's fine. So here we have our interactable property cache, right? And here we will have a add. No way. We have our interactable properties, yeah. And we will add, bro, please. We will add the key, right? Which is the instance ID, the item, the instance ID. Instance ID, I think, is a pretty bad name because it looks like. But anyway, I think item instance ID would have been a better name, really. Yeah. Okay. Wait. So interactable properties add. So we create a new interactable shit. In theory, we should search if it's not already there, right? Because if it's already there, we delete it and we substitute it. Correct? Correct. It's kind of hard to type this shit. Should this be a pointer or a... Ah, fuck. We didn't do it as a pointer. We didn't, huh? Yeah, but this should be a pointer, boys. No? This should be a pointer because we want to be able to create and delete, right? Or not. I mean, do we reuse this thing around? Well, actually, no. It lives only inside of that structure. It lives only inside of that structure. But when I extract it, I don't know. I don't know if I really need it as a point, because if I create it as a pointer, then I have to delete, you know, the memory and shit. So maybe. Maybe not. No. Mistakes were made. Programming one end is like a marathon, bro. It's extremely more energy consuming. Why we don't have the we don't have the item instance ID on this? Because we use it, we put it on the T map, and so we don't need it inside of this. Okay. Okay, I don't know if it's really the best idea, but so let's say that we find the first thing that we need to do, we need to search inside of this, no? If you already exist. Alright, so we find by ID, which is our item instance ID. Right? And this is gonna find potentially one item, which is this. And if we find it, well, I would say we could probably even avoid, because is the add overriding in case it exists already? Set the value associated with a key. Reference to the value stored in the map. The reference is only valid until the change to any key in the map. What? No, I mean, is add overriding the existing if it's there or not? In place. Yeah, in place, I would say that given the name, right, is replacing. Pairs in place. Adds an element to the set. Try replace existing. Yeah, you see. Yeah, it's replacing the existing if you already exist, so it's perfect. So we don't even find it. We don't care. We just replace. We just replace. We just replace. I guess there is no replace here, right? Exactly. Good. It's only add. So we just add it no matter what, right? We add it no matter what. Okay, nice. So that is added to our sorry, this one. That is added to our thingy. Yeah, that's very nice. Okay. So now we do cache manager this, right? And this thing needs the item ID, the can toggle on toggle activate, right? Now there is a bit more work to do, but the basic structure is now in place, right? The basic structure is now in place, and I think I like it. I don't know if I will keep it like this forever, but I think it's not bad. Wait a second. There should be an int array, no? Can he parse into an int array or he cannot? No. I cannot parse into an integer array. You can parse only into a string array. So stupid. I see. No, because we have a string, we have an integer array, not a string array, right? So that we only store the ID and then we read the ID directly without converting all the time. Okay. Fine. So annoying. So annoying. No, please. Contained items, right? So yeah. So we do int array add of right? Okay, so we can now pass this freaking int array. Okay, so we have our int array. And now what? So we load anyway in the thingy. Okay. I think we can do a test. Obviously, at the moment, it will only load the attributes we not save them or do anything yet, right? So it's not really saving to the database. Yeah, it's not really doing the save to the database. So, but I think that we are already at least in a decent shape for the logic, right? So the logic I think is pretty much set at this point. The logic is pretty much set. So let's recompile this, but also because I'm kind of finishing a bit my time, but Saturday morning. I don't know how I can do the update before the event, but I will try. Saturday morning, Saturday afternoon. I don't know. It's a bit of a. We are a bit tight on time to actually do the update, but I will try. Let's see if we get any errors. But basically now we have to call this repopulate interactable properties after we have called our repopulate items, right? So that's basically the idea. And repopulate items, hopefully it happens only in one place. Yes, which is here, right? There are no other places where we call this function. So what happened? I was not looking. Bro, I was typing. What the fuck? Oh, shit. Bro, I was typing. Okay. Load interactable properties. So we call, and this one we have it in Spawn Manager as well, right? And this one does not have any parameter because it's just loading them all pretty much. The only thing that we need to ensure that this happens before the repopulate items, then we are good. Unresolved external interactable property cache. Huh? You mean you don't see the constructor? I mean, the constructor is here, right? But it's inside cache manager. So probably what this guy is saying is that it doesn't see. No, sorry. It's just stupid missing. Yeah, just missing that. Okay. Fine. So basically what we will do, we will just drop a portal, right? Set the properties. Stop the server. Add those properties. I mean, we can also avoid setting the properties because anyway, these are not saved yet, right? So I can just get the ID of a portal on the ground. The ID of a portal on the ground, and then we okay, successful. Nice. Wait, I need to repopulate items though, because I need to repopulate items, yes. Otherwise we will not see items on the ground, right? I think I should remove some maps. Did I remove the maps or not? Oh, fuck. Did I remove the maps or not? Content maps, main world. No, I didn't. So I will remove them in the next run, but it's fine. So at the moment we have all the maps loaded. Are we going? We are going. Okay, it's fine. It's the same. It's the same. Well, is it? I mean, it's the same if we have the interactable also here. Do we have item interactable also here? Yeah, we do. Okay, fine. Okay, yeah. So we can use this server. Yes, it's fine. It's the same. We use the dummy server. It is okay. We use the dummy server. So if I drop, I played NBA 2011. My team Grizzlies won against New York Knicks by 4 points. Very nice. Bam, 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 bam. There is a timeout on the gamble of 1 minute. 1 minute. Let's go maybe to the main place. I mean, not here in the... Not here. Idla main. Idla main. This plaza, boys. How many times I teleported to this plaza in my life? I don't know. Thousands? Yeah, probably thousands. Okay, so the idea is that I spawn a new magic portal. So I do item magic portal. If I can type, okay. And then I drop it, right? Wow, big thing. Now if I try to go through it, it will say that it's not active, which is okay. At the moment also is no collision. We should have it with collision. But right, so the point is that this object do not have any properties, right? And this object is 12894, 12894, right? 12894. So if we go here and we say let's add a new row, 12894, 12894, yeah, 12894, and then we say scriptor can toggle, right? And on toggle. I mean, we just put any text, right? And here item to activate, we say 147, right? And now we save this. And now we save this. And now I exit from the game. Well, I stop the server, more than exit from the game. I stop the server, right? And I reload it. If our code works, in theory, that object will have those three properties set, right? Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's just pure text at the moment, but thank you. It's just pure text. It can be anything. So now, as soon as the server is up again, and I reconnect with the same character. Okay. And now I look at this item and I look at the properties. It didn't work. It didn't work. Strange. Strange, but fine. 12894. 12894. Okay, this is probably a bug. This is probably a bug in the code. Fine. So we will launch the code in debug mode, and we will. Let me see. We have anyway the printout, right? It is telling us how many found and how many. So if I check, where is it? Where the fuck is the server log? Client. Did I close it or what? I see. Wow. It was well hidden. So yeah, he's saying found in database 1, found in world 0, set 0. So it's basically not finding the object in the world. Is not finding the object in the world. That's very strange. Is not finding the portal to set the value, basically. Is not finding the portal to set the value. Really? Really? Let me just delete a bunch of stuff because we have too many maps and it's taking a long time to load just because we have a million maps, right? Okay, now we basically have no maps. Okay, so let's start it in debug. Assuming that I'm starting the server. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Am I? Yes, I'm starting the server. Okay. Restart the client. So yeah, basically it's not finding it. So all this query is wrong. I mean, it's finding it in the database, but it's not finding it. This is not working, right? That is the one that is not working. Is item ID correct or not? Yeah, item ID in theory is correct because it's item instance ID. I mean, is finding it. Is not finding it here. Wow. That's very, very strange. This is very, very, very strange, actually. Is it too early? I don't think so, because we are after the repopulate items, right? And repopulate items is creating the items in the world. So what do you mean that you cannot find it? I mean, repopulate, right? So we are calling this function directly after repopulate items, right? Okay, let's see what it does. So our item ID, you see, is 12894. 12894, yeah. And the rest seems to be okay. Let me see. Script on toggle. Script can toggle on toggle. Yes, 147. So it is doing what it should be doing. Now it's also adding it here to the property cache that we care, but well, we care up to a certain point. I mean, we don't really care, but it's fine. Come on. Okay. So it's adding it to the interactable properties, right? Which now has one element more, which is nice. Yes. So this works properly. But then this is not finding the object, which is insane. How it is possible? Found null. What the fuck? It is impossible, boys. I mean, the item is on the ground, so how can he... He's searching all the PS item actor on the ground where the ID equals to that, right? So how it is possible that there is a small battle axe, for example. This I don't know what is it. 1448. There is another battle axe. There is a gold ore. There is a gold ore. There is a potion. Chest. Gold ore. Gold ore. Falcon. I mean, these are all the items that are dropped, so there may be a million. Well, a million no, because it's the dummy database, but still, they can be a lot, right? So it's basically going through all the items on the ground. And what I don't understand is how is possible this not finding the portal? Because maybe it's just been loaded, but no, because he's finding all these other items. Maybe that portal is not an is not a PS item. No, but it's a PS item for sure because it's a dropped item. There is something not... There is something not computing here. Wow, there is more than I was thinking. Ornedelm, chest, mug, tria, chest, potion of healing, chest. There are so many items on the ground. Maybe there are 1,000, I don't know. So probably it's useless that I do it this way. But the idea was, right, that I would find my portal here. I should remove some items from the ground, bro. I can go on forever, I guess. Preparation table, charmed flower, door lock, small battle axe. Uh-oh. We lost points again. So basically in this array there is no portal. Ah, it's too many. I can stay here like the whole night pressing F5, I guess. There are so many dice boards, like 20. How big is this array? We don't know because it's an iterator, right? Ah no, it's wait. How big is this array? We don't know. Fuck, we don't know. Why we don't know? Ah no, it's this iterator that we don't know. Yeah, because it's an iterator, so it's working slightly differently. It seems there is 133. Holy shit. We never find it, boys. Yeah, but basically he's not finding our portal, right? He's not finding our portal. Even if he's on the ground. There's too many, guys. Cannot do it. So basically this never happens. Basically this never happens. And we return null. Yeah. This never happens and we return null. Is there a case that we maybe go through one that doesn't have a PS item data? No. Absolutely not. What the fuck? I mean, in theory that should not be possible, right? So that we are spawning something and we don't find it in the world. as a PS item actor. I mean, I could have a find interactable. That would be cool. So instead of cycling on PS item actor, we cycle on PS item actor interactable. We can do that. I think it's called interactable actor, yeah. What happened? I pressed something and this thing came into existence. I just split the screen. I didn't know it was possible, actually. Find interactable object. Right. So we can do that. It's pretty much identical to this, with the difference that now we are filtering by interactable actor instead of. So in this case, it should be only one, right? There should be only one. So this would be way easier to debug, because there will be only one guy. Okay, let me try like this, and then I have to go because it's too late, and tomorrow is not an easy day as well. Gamble 4,000, boom, 8,000. Let's go. Now you are in the risky area, eh? Because when you start to have money, it's kind of painful to lose it. When you don't have money, have nothing to lose, you say, well, if I lose, you know, it's just a few things.
Simple pleasures for a simple man.
Simple pleasure for a simple man. That's actually Trevor. I don't know if you remember Trevor, but Trevor was a kind of a crazy guy in GTA 5, right? But yeah, gambling is a simple pleasure for a simple man. I don't know what he's doing, but in theory he's compiling. No idea what he's doing. Okay, yeah, because we changed the header file. GG! Nothing worked, Hula. Why you GG? It's completely broken. Why you GG? It's completely broken. Repopulate items true, right? So...
No pressure, no mistakes. Stay calm.
yeah. That's one of my strengths, actually. Easy one of my strengths. Easy. Perseverance and composure. He's late. I need to go. It is for Raonix. Ah, for the win. Ah, yes. For the win. 4,000 points like that, huh? Repopulate interactable properties. Okay, so let me see. Let me see what happens here. Eh? Interactable. Interactable actor. There should be only one, no? Oh no, there is a campfire. Okay. Well, there is a campfire. Fine. And then what? Magic portal. Magic portal. Here it is. Magic portal. Actor get item data. Is this failing? No. Get object ID. 1294. Yeah, with 1294. Ah! What the fuck? So when you search by class and not by subclass? What the fuck? There is an insane finding. So we were searching by item actor, right? And he was not finding it because it's an interactable actor, but interactable actor is a subclass of that. Oi, 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 oi. Wow. That is, okay. Wow. There is a finding. There is a huge finding. Huge. No, bro, what? What do you mean? What do you mean null? Huh? Wait, what? You found it? What? Bro, please don't be annoying. I want to take this and move it up. Come on. I mean, he found it. Why return null? You crazy? Return actor. What? Huh? Wait a second, I'm confused now. I'm confused. What do you mean undeclared identifier? What? Is the debugger going crazy or what? I mean, the debugger is here, right? On return actor, but actor is saying there is undeclared identifier. Are you crazy? What? Magic portal? What is the fucking UID of this thing? Did I mistype the UID or what? PS item actor, item data. Oh fuck, it's a different number. 12724. Ah. 12724. Do we have another portal somewhere else? What is doing? No, I don't understand what I'm seeing. Huh? return actor, right? You see this, right? You see return actor is on this line, right? But actually it was another portal. It was another portal. Wait a second. I think, or is another number. Maybe it's just another number, but I don't think it should be another number, right? It's impossible. Wait a second. Now I want to understand because this is annoying. So item stats, right? Item stats, magic portal, name like portal. Okay. Magic portal. There is also magic return portal, by the way. Okay, but let's say magic portal, right? Magic portal. Okay, is this ID, right? 7150. It is the item stats. Now the item instance, where item standard ID whatever is this. We actually have a number of portals, right? We have a number of portals. And this is our portal, right? This is our portal, 12894. Do we have that number that we just saw a second ago? Which I don't know what was it, but it was a weird number. What was the number? Of the other magic portal? Okay, campfire, okay. Magic portal. Magic portal. Magic portal 12724. Yeah, this one. 12724. So it's basically seeing only this one, is not seeing this one. What? Are we crazy? Location instance 98. Oh, fuck. Fuck. Okay, it works, guys. It works. It works. It works. It works. It works. It works. The problem is that my character was inside a guild house and we teleported. Oh my god. One case out of a million.
Well, the objective is
one case out of a
find the root of the
million.
problem, work to get close to it, and then eradicate it.
It's just what I did. It's working, it's working, it's working, it's working. You will see it working now. So basically what happened is that I teleported with the dwarf, and the dwarf was inside a guild house, and guild house had instance ID 98, and when I teleported to the plaza, it's not changing the instance. And so I was still in an instance inside a guild house. And so when I dropped my portal, the portal was actually dropped not in instance 0, but in instance whatever. And so it was actually not loaded. Well, it was actually loaded after I loaded in, because yeah, exactly. So at server startup there was not existing. Then when I loaded in, the server loaded also that particular object because it was inside a guild house. Exactly. And so it didn't find it. Oh my god, that's kind of a weird case, but basically this is load item in guild house, right? That is a case as well, which we just experienced now. So now we should find it in theory, huh? Please find it. How many freaking port? Can you just remove this breakpoint? Yes, now he finds it. Yes, now he finds it. Oh my god, it was in another instance, boys. It was in another instance, I cannot believe it. Maybe add living instance after a teleport. Yeah. Could be a good idea. Well, in theory, in the teleport, you can say in which instance you want to go, right? But by default is... Uh-oh. What the fuck? Okay, don't worry, everything is fine. Everything is fine. I'm still in that instance, so I have to say teleport me here 0, right? And when I say teleport me here 0, then I will see the portal. Yeah, you see? Now I see the portal. Plus I see a bunch of other shit that is on the ground. And now, apart from this, everything is black, but it's okay. Now when I look at the properties... you see? When I look at the properties... we actually have them. You see? On toggle. On toggle. Okay, so it basically works, right? It works. Okay, so the step 1 of this system is in place. Step 1 of this system is in place. Now, good job. Yeah. I know. Thank you. Best one-handed programmer of the universe. Thank you. So now the next steps, right? What will the next step be? I mean, we don't have too much, actually. I mean, there is stuff to do, but it's not crazy. So basically, this part is done. I mean, all of this. All of this is done, right? And there are a few that we said do nothing, right? Do nothing. Don't allow stackable, right? So the only thing that we really have to do something are the loading. I mean, if I load an item separately, like in a... I don't know when I can actually load, but for sure I can load in a guild house. Then when we create in the world, which basically means... yeah, but I mean, these two are probably the same case, code-wise. And then when we drop it, right? So we have to add the code for these cases, but it's not very complex, right? It's just saying... okay, you dropped it, look in the structure, read the values, set it on the item. I mean, it should be fairly easy. Should be like half an hour. I don't know, something like that. Should be like half an hour. Okay, and then this means that is done. Okay. Okay, guys, I'm gonna go. Tomorrow I will not be here because I'm game mastering D&D session. By the way, I still have to think a lot about the adventure. There are still few pieces that I have to figure out, but I will somehow, and I will see you Saturday afternoon, hopefully with a release already made. I don't know, hopefully with a release with an update already made before the event. If not, I don't know. Bye bye. I really have to run. Bye. Bye.